Okay, now I'm going to make notes for lesson 10-5. So obviously get out your notes. This is going to be the area of a triangle. The normal area of a triangle, of course, is 1/2 base times height. What you're going to see in this particular section, they're not going to give you the base and the height. So what they're actually going to give you is what we would call side angle side. We've been over this one time before, but let's revisit this. So this picture here off to the left is not really good, but basically the formula is going to be 1/2 side length B times side length C times the sine of A, angle A. And I'm going to scratch out this problem right here, and we're going to use this space here. But basically, if you were given a picture like this, you might be given some information. Maybe that's 8 inches, maybe this is 60 degrees, and maybe this is 5 inches. And that is why when they say you are given the side, the angle, and the side, you have a side of 5 inches, a 60-degree angle, and then a side of 8 inches. This is not your traditional base and height. But what will happen here is this formula, 1/2 B times C times sine of A. This is kind of the base, and this combination is the height, and it's still 1/2 base times height. Now, how does that work? I'll explain that right here. So if I take this previous problem here, 60 degrees, I don't know how that just turned blue, but it did. That is 5 inches. I need to figure out the height of this guy, which is really this blue line right here. I'll let that be X, but really it's the height. If I was looking at this and I was just focusing in on this triangle here to the left, this triangle here, if I want to figure out this X, which is really the height, I would use trigonometry. I would actually say sine of 60 degrees, sine means opposite, opposite is x, over hypotenuse 5. If I was going to solve for x, I would just multiply both sides by 5, and then you would have the height, or x. And if you'll notice, this 5 and the 60 is right here in the original equation. The side length C and the sine of A together create the height. All right, and that's how this formula works. Let's actually use it to a problem here at the bottom. It says, number 2, two sides of a triangle building plot are 120 feet and 75 feet. So I'll put 120 here, 75. They include an angle that is 85 degrees. 85 degrees. Find the area of this building plot. Basically, find the area of this triangle here. We don't use the traditional 1/2 base times height. We're going to have to go 1/2 a side length. I'll just put the letter B, another side length, letter C, times the sine of the one angle that they give you. So in this particular problem, it is 1/2 side length 120 times side length 75 feet, and then the sine of 85 degrees. Again, this 120 represents the base in green, and this entire part, like we calculated, represents the height. And so it is 1/2 base times height eventually. But all this part here in blue calculates the height for you. At any rate, saving time, I've already calculated this. This ends up being 4,482.8 feet. You can round it to 4,483 feet. Okay, so you are going to be using this formula for a few of the problems today.